Well, the majority of our team has an extensive background in GIS, working for several companies across the past 25 years, ranging from ETAC, GDT, TeleAtlas, TomTom. So we have a wealth of experience in the digital mapping background, and we bring that to BroadMap in a way that's collaborative, but yet in a small company environment that allows us to have more flexibility than we've ever had in the past and allows us to do new and exciting things.
So our team is composed of experts from different aspects of the GIS field. So we have people that come from programming, they come from GIS analysis, they come from business, they come from working with people in the field, all sorts of different aspects of GIS. So when we came together as BroadMap, we've built on each of these strengths, and what we find that we can take any project and we can do it in-house. Now, certainly we go outside for certain types of expertise. We know when to bring in people at other companies, other technologies that we may not have in-house, but we have people that understand what we know and what we don't know, and we can apply those to any project.
And one of the things that I think BroadMap really excels at is within our management of projects and how we approach the work that we do. Knowing that we're a small company, we have flexibility within what we do, but we like to have a controlled environment. So many things that we've learned in the past from larger organizations, such as controls to monitor ISO processes or code review and things that are very important in order to get a very successful product or service out the door, we're able to leverage in-house. And we take great pride in our organization and how we set up our projects so that we can maintain a level of consistency that drives our high quality in the end result.
Quality at BroadMap is not a step, it's not a tool, it's not a thing that we do. It's a part of everything that we do. So we've built in quality gates, we have built quality tools. We make sure that the last thing we do before something goes out the door is make sure it's what was supposed to go out the door. We push quality as far upstream as we can. Quality is everywhere, it's in everything that we do. When you write a piece of code, you need to make sure that it produces good results. You need to make sure that someone else checks your code to make sure it produces good results.
So we have a good split of government customers and commercial customers, and I think we serve both equally well. And the basis for all of that not only is our GIS expertise, but also our high-quality data products. And then we bundle those with GIS services to create a service for a customer who can then use it as an end customer or as part of their own solution. And then we also create full turnkey GIS solutions. An example of that is our broadband mapping program with the state governments.
I think one of the things that sets BroadMap apart from other small GIS service companies similar in size to BroadMap is twofold. One is in our extensive expertise and background, and two, in our drive and our passion and our commitment to our customers.
Every BroadMap employee is a GIS expert. I mean, there are companies where you have specialists and you go down the hallway and say, oh, that's a question that person can help you with. Sure, we have specialties within the company, but you can go to nearly anyone on any topic and that person is going to be able to say, all right, well, here's what we're going to do. This, that, the other thing. Oh, we'll bring so-and-so in for this little piece, but everyone is involved at so many levels. Because we're a small company, we're very nimble, and we can take anything down very quickly.
There are any number of GIS service firms and companies, even in New England, even in New Hampshire. And I think the thing that makes us different, and something that you can't teach and something that you can't train for, is the customer focus and to actually care about the customer.
From our past lives, dealing with ISO certifications, there's a very rigid standard for which you have to support your business. And we've taken those concepts but ported them to a small company, which allows us not only to have very good consistency and process control, but again sets us up for if we were to go for an ISO certification or something along those lines, we're there. We started day one on documentation and process control because we know how important that is in order to be a successful company.
We have hundreds of years of combined experience in data. And that sounds like, what's hundreds of years mean? Literally, we have the individuals in the company have worked. Individuals work decades just working with geographic data. It means taking data, converting formats of data, combining different data sets, geographic data sets from all over the world, all sorts of different aspects of data, and not getting bored with it too. I think that's a big factor. If you can work that long with geographic data and still at this point, as all of us are, be excited about it and be like, this is good stuff. We tie that in with everything we do. So when you look at our broadband maps, it's a new type of data none of us had worked with until some point, and then you get into that and you say, well, I can overlay this with this type of data and tie this in here, merge these together, conflate this in. So data is really an integral part of all of our projects.
I mean, one of the things that we've excelled at is how do you get different disparate data sets to work with each other. And what I mean by that is that there's an interactive component with these data sets, and they're not always present at the beginning. A good example would be taking a census geography and overlaying it with a street data file from any given agency. Could be a national supplier, could be a state or county government. They don't line up right away. So one of the things that we've been able to do is develop a lot of technology around how to integrate data sets, and we can do it very efficiently, and we do it very well.
Well, it's true that, despite being a young company and a small company, we do have a lot of industry experience and expertise, and a huge chunk of that is the Rolodex that we've built or the relationships that we've built up over the decades. So that means we can go into any tool provider like Esri or Pitney Bowes or Tactician, and we can go into any of our data providers, vendors, partners, any GIS shop, and chances are we're going to know several people there and have had a relationship with them for years and years and years, and that's really bolstered our business as well.
We are definitely what you'd consider to be an Esri power user. We really use just about every tool in their suite of tools. This includes using desktop tools, server tools, web technology. We're all over the place with Esri environment, but at the same time, we've built up complementary technologies. So where Esri we may use for a desktop environment, ArcMap is a very powerful tool for GIS data manipulation and editing, best in class. We may use Postgres as the underlying RDBMS for storage of data. We can use Python, which is also the native scripting language now for the Esri environment, but we'll extend Python into new areas using other modules. We'll tie it in with C++. I mean, it just goes on and on. Yeah, the open source evolution, depending on how you look at it, is very important to us. I think people have two general feelings about open source. There's a sense that, wow, it's free, got to use it. And at the same time, there's this sense that says, whoa, it's free, how good can it really be? People are kind of used to you get what you pay for sort of mentality. And I think what we've really done successfully is found that balance point, which is just because it's free doesn't mean it's bad. Free is a good thing, you just have to be careful. So we've very selectively, and I think very successfully, I can't think of a counterexample, we really have found which open source solutions work for us.
Again, I think one of the things that makes BroadMap successful is our ability to work with existing infrastructure that our customers have. So for example, if they're a map info shop, well, we have expertise in map info and understanding and map basic, and we can tailor solutions to fit the mold that our customers have. We don't have to force a certain technology. There's certain technologies that we heavily rely on, but we're not stuck with them. So again, we can maintain a flexibility to work within the environment that our customers have without forcing large change on their part. We don't operate in a black box at BroadMap, and we allow our customers to understand in great detail exactly what we're doing, how we're doing it. If that is sharing source code, if that is full documentation of process, any of those things are available to our customers, and we encourage them to understand it more, because part of what we do is helping our customers help themselves and move on beyond initial contract or project and be able to take the work that we've done and improve on and add on it themselves further down the road.